So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. It was a very good evening yesterday, unless you're a Chelsea fan. Unlucky, because we had a good evening. Although the game weren't good, the result mattered, and it puts us 5 points clear, 9 to play. Obviously, City have an extra game against Crystal Palace, and Haaland's injured, so everything's kind of going in our favour at the minute as well. So, looking good. No DJB today, guys. He's under the weather. But you have the famous four in the building. How are you, Jez? Happy Monday, mate.
All good, mate. All good, yeah. Look. I just need to find somebody who knows about car audios. I've got a spurious fault. It works 1 minute and it don't work the next. So I need somebody to sort that out, find the fault. And I hope it's not going to mean a new one. That's going to cost me a fucking fortune. It's got the sat-nav, CD player, fucking everything on it. So I don't need that drama. But we'll see. I'll find somebody who can look at it for me.
There you go. Well, hopefully somebody in the chat might know. So,
I think it might just be a dodgy connection. But there's so many connections on the back of it that I've Googled, and I'm thinking, oh my God. I don't want to take it to a main dealer because they'll just rip me right over. I'll sort it out.
Indeed. Nice one. Make sure you sub into Jez there. Pinned comment. Big up Static. He's pinned all of the links. Summon Guna and Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. How's your Monday, Matty?
Good, brother. Good, man. Just getting a little business done here. And I looked up at the clock and I said, it's about time for the real talk. So we just sorted out here. It doesn't even feel like a Monday. I guess that's what happens when we win a game. It doesn't even feel like a Monday on the next day. So big up the chat, big up everybody, and as always, glad to see everybody on the panel.
Nice one, man. How about you, Kenny? How's Monday going?
Monday's going really well. I must say that we're so bloody boring to watch, but you know what? I don't care. I've watched beautiful play. I watched some beautiful football 2 years ago. I mean, we didn't win anything. So if boring's where it has, and so be it. You know, nice. You know, if people finish last, you know, trying to entertain the British public isn't for Arsenal. It's all about winning trophies. So thank God for that. But let's face it, it was a slog yesterday, and the best players were in blue shirts for me, and had like the Clear Lake had a policy of getting mature players. Who knows where they could have been, what they could have won, and what they could have won yesterday, because we played against brats. And that's why we won.
Yeah, the best player on the pitch was Reece James for me. He was outstanding. And if that's the model that they're going to go down, their football team's going to go nowhere fast, mate. And Reece James, if he's got any brains, would leave there, even though he's proper Chelsea. He's too good for them as they stand right now. They're the old version of Chelsea. Maybe he would. It'd still stand out. Well, he did stand out. Whenever he's fit and available, that guy is a good player. Yeah, the problem is they just keep buying youngsters, mate. They ain't going to do nothing with kids. Big up Alan Hansen. But anyway, we could be winning something. And hopefully, I ain't seen any update on Declan because he hobbled off yesterday. So I'm hoping he's all right. Otherwise, that's going to be hard work going into this Brighton game on Wednesday. But let's go back to yesterday. Jez, it weren't pretty, was it, mate? I don't know how we all stayed awake watching it, if I'm honest. And a little flurry at the end. I actually thought we got worse when they had 10 men. Yeah, and we weren't great in the first place. We couldn't string 3 passes together in attack. Everything just looks all over the place going forward. And I don't know if you agree with me. I think we're the worst team going forward in the league in terms of counter-attacking. Like, you see all these other teams, even down the bottom, they put 2-3 passes together and they're on goal on a counter-attack. Yeah, we trip over the ball, take too many touches. Defensively, I thought we looked shaky on corners. But obviously, we are the corner boys, and that's how we won the game, mate. But it weren't pretty, was it?
No, it wasn't. I mean, I don't know. You stayed awake, Kenny, at the ground. To be honest, to be honest, second half, I did something I haven't done for a very, very, very long time. I joined the Yeti for a watch along, and it was that interesting. We were talking about all kinds of things other than football. It wasn't a great performance, let's be honest. I mean, they could have nicked that, to be fair. Look, I've got to say it. Zupa Mendy, man. you got to go. You're just not the man for this club. You're weak. You did nothing. It was a poor performance all round. Fantastic save from Raya. That probably gave him man of the match, and it was a fantastic save. Interesting, the lob shot from Eza to their keeper, that the keeper's really got it at, caused the corner and got away with it. That's something that's going to be looked at, I believe, I'm correct in saying, by VAR next year. And yeah, I mean, it was a bit painful, wasn't it? Let's be honest. I was expecting a bit more. That I did predict a 2-0, and we won it 2-1, but it could have been 2-2. And yeah, I mean, I'm not happy about it, but I'll take it. It's 3 points. We're still there. We're 5 points clear, but yeah, they've got that game in hand, as you said, Palace. I don't think Palace will offer them too much opposition, to be honest. My worry is we've got to step it up. We've got Brighton away on Wednesday night. We've then got Mansfield Town in the FA Cup. That could be a slip up. Depends what team he puts out. And then, we've got a massive game coming up shortly against Man City in the League Cup. By the way, Kenny, I've got my one. I'm in block 514. Aaron's in 520. I don't know, whereabouts you, mate, out of interest?
Well, me and DJB were in 503. We basically just said, went for percentages and thought, you know what? Majority of the people I go with, they're going to be in 104, in the lower tier. But I just thought, you know what? Knowing what I know now, I'm glad I just picked the first one of the earliest tickets I can get, because some people are in there for 4 hours trying to get tickets.
Wow. That bad. That's mad.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did all right, actually. Yeah, I mean, I could have gone for the corporate experience. Well, no, what do they call it? VIP experience, £500. No, thank you. I'm not paying that. It was £100, actually. It's £100, but it is up in the gods. I am going to be outside the stadium damn near. I might be even sat on the roof. I don't know.
Take your binoculars, Jez.
I will need them. I'm that far away. It's in the east. I'm in the east stand, so it'd be good. It'd be good. Yeah, looking forward to it. But we got to step it up, boys. We got to step it up now. Come on, we can't sit back, and that was a shit show yesterday. Shit show after what we did against Spurs away. Yeah, but Brighton away, that's not going to be an easy day out. Easy night out, should I say. They got a good result at the weekend, so they'll be pumped up, and they're going to come down and spoil the party for the Arsenal. So, and we ain't got a great record down there, boys. So, yeah, bring it on. Come on, let's go.
No, I hear it, mate. We were sat there doing a watch along, and we were bored. How Trossard came back out second half is mad to me. Eze, I kind of understand how he let him play the 90, but at the same time, he was poor. I thought Saka was all right, nothing amazing, but we've got to start leveling up our performances, because otherwise this will catch up with us. Because people have done this all season. We've been doing it, sitting there going, well, that was poor, but we got the win. That was poor, but we got the win. Then when we don't get the win, everyone goes, well, I don't know how that happened. Well, it's because we're poor. We need to start playing a little bit better, because there's still teams in this league that are trying to battle for Europe, battle for relegation, battle to get top 4. Yeah, and they're going to want to try and stop us winning the league at the same time. And yesterday, mate, if we could actually string an attack together, we would have been 4-0 up in that game. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of truth in that. And there's also some truth that if Chelsea actually had a striker and a competent goalkeeper, they might have had a different ball game as well. That goalkeeper for Chelsea, I'm telling you, man, he is an absolute lunatic. And also, we were on the beneficiary end of at least two controversial calls there. That one, I'm still trying to figure out how did we get. When Saliba had the player wrapped up there, I was wondering how did we get away with that one. And then of course, Declan elbowing the ball. I mean, for me, at this stage of the game, like I told you in the fan cam yesterday, I'll take what I can get. If we got 3 points, we'll take the 3 points and move on. But I do want to serve, a word of caution we're not going to be able to keep doing this now. You know, we're getting away with it now, but I'm telling you, at some point when heads have to be counted, we're going to end up finding ourselves in some major trouble here if we can't start putting together some better performances going forward. Yesterday, we were absolutely anemic going forward. That was a piss poor performance from our attacking players yesterday. Everybody knows how I feel about Victor. Everybody on that front line was absolute trash yesterday. Trossard stole the show yesterday. He absolutely stole the show. He took that baton and he ran with the trash award yesterday because he looked absolutely out of his depth. And I said in my fan cam, I think it's about time we entertain moving him on because there's no way we can sit here and go through this. We're at the thing that was mystifying Lee and panel. We're sitting here in March. We're in March. And I'm seeing stuff that I was seeing. I'm seeing things that I was seeing in September, and we're in March. And I'm just like, we're riding our luck here. We're riding our luck. And I'm telling you, if we are not careful, at some point it's going to bite us in the behind. Because every team's goalkeeper is not going to be as stupid as Chelsea's goalkeeper. So I'm telling you, we got Brighton coming up this weekend. They're gonna and if, like you said, if Declan's not playing, I hadn't checked the I call it the war report with the manager, whatever he said. I don't know what kind of stupidity he's come out with today, so I don't know. But if Declan is not available, we're in trouble. We're in major trouble, and we're back to own goals again, and we're back to that again. And that's, like I said, I'll take the 3. I'm kind of conflicted because I'm glad we got the 3 points, but at the same time, I know when it gets to the real pressure situation, and we have to get those goals. We've got to find something. And if we're not trying to put together that kind of performance down the line, I think we'll be in major trouble. I was watching that game yesterday, Lee, and I told you after the fan cam yesterday, I said that I was worried because I know that we have trouble with teams with 10 men, especially teams like Chelsea, because they've already done it to us one time before. And this is why when they went down a man, we should have took them to the cleaners. But instead, it looked like we were the team that was down 10 men that towards the end of that game. And I'm telling you, if João Pedro had not been offside there, I told you I was getting ready to click off the stream. I was getting ready to click off and go outside and go clean my yard. Because there's no way that I would have sat there and tolerated that. Watching us being in a position that we was in for pretty much most of the entire second half, and then just completely throw it away because this manager wants to play recycle football there when we need to try to put teams away. So for me, like I said, it was not the sexiest performance by any stretch of the imagination. You got the 3 points out of it, and you move on. But word of caution, we're not going to be able to keep pulling this off, Lee, coming down the stretch, because at some point we're going to need 2 games here, and all it takes, we're at the stage of the season now where 2 losses or 2 draws, you're in major trouble. So I don't know what the deal is with Holland. I could care less. That's why you bought Semenyo, and you saw it this weekend, and it's still Man City. So whatever we need to do, we need to keep doing it. We need to focus on one game at a time, trying to get through these games, and just err on the side of caution. We're not going to be able to, scout out, just get by like that every game. We're going to have to at some point start putting teams away. You want to see that coming down the stretch where, you go back a couple of years there. You look at City, you look at the old United teams, you look at Liverpool there when they won that title. Yep, you look at that doorbell. Those teams were coming down the stretch. They were taking care of business and marching towards the title there. And we've got to try to kind of get into that kind of form. Kenny, I'm turning it over to you, brother.
Well, first and foremost, one thing we learned, and I don't think anyone's surprised, is that I always thought the Spurs result was a false dawn. That we saw players who don't normally do it for us on a regular basis have a good game on the basis that they had loads of space. A lot of players looked like $1 million during that game, but we've got the points, and that's what we care about. But Chelsea was always going to be a stiffer test. We talk about Bazuma Mendy. That game just passed him by, and he's not the only one because it passed, Enzo Fernandez by as well. That game was all about digging your heels in, rolling your sleeves up, and having a fight. You know, the players for me that impressed me were not Arsenal players. I'm telling you now, they weren't. Reece James impressed me, really was the best player on the pitch for me. I thought Casado won the battle against Declan Rice, but we won. So credit to us for winning, even though we lost a few battles, especially when after they scored. And I thought Cole Palmer got way too much space. I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to say something really controversial. And I know we've got Chelsea fans watching. Whatever you guys say about Nicholas Jackson, if you had Nicholas Jackson in your team, Cole Palmer will play better football, and most importantly, you would have had a cutting edge, because one thing he does is he stretches teams. Now, a lot of people I thought Pedro had a really, really good game. But one thing about Nicholas Jackson, he's very, very direct, and I think Chelsea miss a player like that. And regardless of what you say about him, he missed a lot of chances, but he got in those positions. But in terms of Arsenal, King Cape had a really good game. I thought Timber was strong. I thought defensively, I thought we had a battle. I thought it was a really good battle between Saliba and Pedro. And I thought Gabby, lended out as well. But it says a lot that we're talking about Raya. It says a lot that Peter Schmeichel was praising him. Because you think about those saves he made towards the end, and before they got their goal, he's redeemed himself a bit. He does have some belly ill moments, but just shows you one thing. Probably the thing that stood out more was we had one more set piece than them. But can you imagine if we switched goalkeepers, what the result would have been? In terms of like Sanchez is capable of spectacular, but he's a wreck. He's a wreck for a big lad. He's how do I say it? I won't use that word because women and children are watching, but you know the word I was going to use. For a big man, he doesn't have moan a lot about challenges. But if we want to look at analyze the match properly and fairly, we got a biggest dilemma going. He's running on empty, without a shadow of doubt, but we can't do without him. And that is the biggest dilemma any Arsenal fan, any Arsenal manager, any Arsenal coach is going to have, is Declan Rice. He's been poor for the last few games. He was poor against Brentford. He was poor for some parts against Spurs. But he redeemed himself because Spurs were pitiful. He was poor yesterday. Apart from his set pieces, he was very poor. But the problem is his presence, just him being on the field, gives us that kind of aura in the midfield. He lost a lot of battles to Casado yesterday. It's very concerning because the only time he's going to get any rest is this Saturday. And after that, there's going to be no more rest for him. Because if we get into the Champions League, he's going to need to be playing. If we get to when we get to quarterfinals of the FA Cup, we'll be playing Premiership teams. Could play Liverpool, could play Chelsea, could play Man City or Newcastle, could play even Leeds United, Fulham, Brentford or West Ham, all Premiership teams, all Sunderland. You're going to need Declan Rice in those games because when it gets to the quarterfinals, that is one of the games where, regardless of whether you're home and away, when teams can smell Wembley, they up their levels. So when is he going to get a rest? Because his performances are going to be up and down. And even in games, when you watch Declan, you see him that he's, and then he has a little breather, then he gets a little wind, gets the next wind. That's what you're going to be seeing from Declan from now on to the end of the season. And you'll probably see that for him in the World Cup. That is the biggest dilemma. For the number 10 position, if I was Eza, I'll buck my ideas up because there's a vacancy there for yours, but you don't want Kai Havertz to come and take it off you. Because yesterday we saw Eze got a reality check yesterday in that he was up against Casado, Fernandez, you know, and I think Santos, who basically did get in his face. Not like last week. You had Conor Gallagher, dibbly dobbly, and then you had Sarr and Basuma, who've got no confidence whatsoever, especially Basuma. Yesterday, he had proper played against a proper midfield, and then once again, it's one of the cases where he's thinking too much, overthinking things, and therein lies a problem. But all I can say about Trossard, you always back your players, but I have to say it, I loved it when Reece James threw Trossard like a rag doll. I just wanted Reece James to chin him, because if Reece James didn't chin him, I would have chinned him, because everything he did yesterday annoyed me. In fact, it really, 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 really peed me off. Everything he did, the time wasting, the not getting the positions. Trust me, when I call a player a dibbly dobbly, and people say, "Why are you calling dibbly dobbly?" There's your answer. That is the downside of a dibbly dobbly. That performance. You know, I know Trossard. I'll tell you one thing. We're in a lot of rumours about Anthony Gordon. And I'll tell you one thing, no wonder, because if we're relying on those two, Martinelli, Speedy Gonzalez without a brain, and Trossard, then we've got problems. Because I'll tell you one thing, we are leading the table in spite of those two dibbly dobblies.
100%. I just Googled it as well. Declan asked to come off. I'll take it confirmed after the game that he asked to come off.
You saw how he looked when he walked off that pitch yesterday, Lee. We were talking about that yesterday. I said that looked like that man like he was defeated. I mean, he could just tell he wore out, man. Wore out. The fact that he asked to come off to tell you all you need to know. Considering who it is that's put in the request that he wants to come off the pitch, Declan Rice, that normally goes 90 minutes without a problem. He said, I need to come off. The man's tired. He's knackered. The man's tired. I know if I was playing at the rate he's playing this late in the season, I'd be out of gas too. But like Kenny said, he has to be there because the team needs his presence. And so it's important that the manager takes heed to what happened yesterday. If he's telling, that's what I call a subliminal message. If he's requesting to come off, that means that he's fatigued to the point where he realizes it. So hopefully the manager takes note of that. He shouldn't even be playing at all this Sunday when we play Mansfield. If he's out on that pitch on Sunday, when we play Mansfield Town, some serious questions need to be asked about the intellectual aptitude of this manager. If he's out there playing, so he should be getting. So he needs some time off here for the real brunt of this running that's coming, because City is a couple of weeks away.
Facts. And the thing is, he's not the type of player that will just oh yeah, sorry, I want to come off. Yeah, he ain't that type of player. He wants to play every minute of every game. So the fact that, like you said, that he knows, it's like, no, I can't do this anymore, mate. Yeah. So hopefully he's all right. But again, we're going to go up against Brighton on Wednesday, a team that moves the ball quick in midfield. Yeah. So I don't know, man. We're going to need him. Yeah, because if we go with Zubimendi and Eze again, and him in midfield, he's going to be doing 2-3 people's work.
Yeah, but I told you yesterday, I said you're gonna have the issue of now you got to deal with Lewis Dunk and all those guys. They physical. Go back to Zubimendi, Jazz. Now he's got to deal with Brighton, a physical team. That's another physical team. So this is gonna be interesting. How we go into Wednesday's game.
And Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, and Danny Welbeck scored by the way this weekend.
Who knew?
What about Chase Milner, 40 years old? Played nearly a full 90 minutes yesterday.
Yeah, true.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, Milner. Yeah, he was on. He got sub right at the end, didn't he? But yeah, they moved the ball quick. Yeah, Chelsea didn't move the ball quick enough yesterday. Yeah, they were basically just trying to get the ball out to Neto and try and run up the wing. They were basically doing what we do: give it to Saka and hope for the best. Yeah, or try and get it to Palmer and hope he can do something. That was all they really had. Yeah, but the fact that we went 1-0 up in that game and then we just revert back to tie pisses me off. We've done it all season. Get a goal up, and sit back and invite pressure. And I know our defence is good, but the defence is only good because we don't attack.
Mm.
Yeah, and that second half of that game wound me up. Yeah, you're drawing 1-1. It was the same as the Liverpool game at home. You're drawing the game, and you think, right, they're there for the taking. They're not that good. Yeah, and then we let them have most of the ball. Then they go down to 10 men, yeah, and they look better. Yeah, and we just go deeper and deeper and deeper. That cross from Reece James, mate, me and you nearly had a heart attack, man. I swear to fucking God, that cross.
We thought we were dead in the right. So the way I don't know how Kenny saw it in the stadium, man, but when that cross came in from Reece James, we thought we were dead in the right. I said, "Ooh, that's a goal."
Yeah, but there was another one with Garnacho as well when Garnacho came on, and and the goalkeeper saw it a bit late. But the thing about it is that both teams were like playing for set pieces because Chelsea are good at them, very good at them actually. But
They've got a lot better this season. Well,
very good at them, not very good at defending them. I think Sarr was wasn't part of the wider weight club. But I'll say one thing: the difference with us, we rely on set pieces because we've got no creativity. As I said before, when you think about the Tottenham game and how we score goals from open play, of course you're going to score goals from open play if you got half their players pressing, the other half are just passive and said, "Here, have a go at me." But when teams press you when they got low block, it doesn't matter whether Odegaard's playing, whether Eze's playing, whether Kai's playing, or whether Saka's in this. There's just no creativity. But the thing about it, we're getting by.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a situation where
to pass.
You don't want to. You want to win the league, but you're not going to tell your grandchildren about about this side. You're going to tell your grandchildren that we had a great time at Wembley, hopefully had a great time in Budapest, hopefully won the league, and you talk about achievement. But when you give your grandchildren the videos of these matches and go, quite a boring game actually, and that's the situation we've got to eradicate because I've seen it before where they say, "Oh, if you win it once, you're going to dominate." No. You don't dominate playing like that. You've got to evolve the way you play. And then what I'm trying to say is that we've got a serious creativity issue which we need to sort out next season. Now, people will say, "Well, what are you saying? We've won this and that." Yeah, but everyone in football knows that that's not sustainable. Leicester, when they won the league, weren't particularly for creative, but they're very direct. They lost a few players, tried to play the same way, and they got relegated until they got Brendan Rodgers and became more organised and started to play proper football. And for a period under Brendan Rodgers, no one liked playing Leicester City because not only were they tough to beat and they were organised, but they could play. They had good players. They played with flair.
Mm.
And that's the thing. I still think that if you want to dominate, you have to play with flair. And that's what something Mikel has to be able to organise because what will happen is that fans will fall out of love with him when they start seeing this type of football. I was all over Twitter and most of his supporters and most of our supporters were bemoaning the lack of flair. They were bemoaning the reliance of set pieces, but they were relieved we won. They weren't happy we won, relieved.
Yeah. There's a lot of fans within our fan base I see on these shows. Sorry to cut over you, Kenny. Yeah? There's a lot of people I see on these like podcasts and stuff like that. They're under the impression if we win the league this season, he's gonna let the shackles off next season. Ain't no way he's letting them off. He's gonna go, "Wow, I've done it once, I'll do it again." And if he wins the league, and hopefully he does, he'll probably make it even worse next season. Yeah, because I've just looked now how many goals we're on track to concede. Yeah, if we carry on the current ratio, we're going to concede more goals than last season. Yeah, we're going to concede 29.8 goals. So I'm lying. It's less than last season. 34 was last season. So I got it wrong way around. We're on course to concede about 30 goals, 29, 30 goals, if we carry on at the current rate. Last season, we conceded 34. Yeah, we're on course to score 76 goals. That's 7 more than last season.
How do we do it? Because we score in drips and drabs and play in drips and drabs. Those set pieces must be a lethal weapon.
We have results to bamboozle people, Kenny, like Aston Villa 4. Yeah, Leeds United 4 and 5. Where's 13 goals straight away?
Oh yeah,
Out
but
of the
yeah,
goals we scored this season. We scored 58 goals. There's 13 in 3 games.
Spurs.
Yes, Spurs. There's another 3.
I'll tell you
and
one
4.
thing,
So there's 7. Yes, there's
but-
20 goals
No, we
in
beat
5
Spurs
games.
4-1 twice, isn't it? 8.
Oh, yeah, of course we did. Fucking hell.
No, but you know what is?
That's
You know what
20,
is
21 goals out of our 58 goals have come in 5 games.
Yeah. But you know what's
that's
happening
not
next
sustainable for another season. So we better.
season?
win
You know
next season.
what's happening next season? Obviously, Jez, mentioned that, the new rule is we're gonna look at set pieces in terms of whether they're legal or not, whether the ball's actually gone out. So that'll harm us. But there's another thing as well. Referees are going to start looking at the shenanigans at corners, mate, especially for us, because we're the ones that are beneficiaries from it. They ain't going to mind, coming at a blind side, but they're going to want to see what's happening in the middle. And, goalkeepers, the more goalkeepers cry, the more protection they're going to get. So they're going to find a way to stop us at set pieces, because if they're bemoaning the fact that we don't play with panache, people like Yaya Toure and other players, other pundits, like Alan Shearer is talking about the quality of football, the regulators will listen to them, and then what will happen is that they'll ruin it for us in terms of our corners.
It's not just us doing it, though. Yeah, and this is the
Yeah,
thing.
but we're the beneficiaries of it, so they're going to want to stop us, because if they think we play boring football without any kind of imagination or flair, they're going to go for us. They're not going to go for City, because City play attractive football.
There you go, Lee. Right there. Look at that.
Look at Declan Rice. Look at this. We were crying, man. We was like, how is that not a blatant foul?
I mean, Jay, talk to me, Jay. Talk to me, Jay.
look at João Pedro's face, bro.
I mean, if that ain't a call, I don't know what else is.
It is a rugby scrum now. It's like watching.
Wait till next one, Lee. Keep
like rugby league, rugby union. I mean, I've never seen it as bad as this. I mean, it's always been jostling in the box. Of course, there has. But the fact you've got players they're like they're dancing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm doing salsa. Watch out.
It's madness. It's absolute madness. And how this hasn't been dealt with, I mean, come on, referees, deal with it. This is just absolutely mad. It's mad.
That one, the first clip. Go on, Joe, sorry.
I mean, yesterday the referee on about 4 occasions at corners stopped the play and went in and said, "No, stop it, stop." Separate. They don't listen to the players. They go back and do exactly the same bloody thing, and that's why these corners take about a minute to get played. Right? The only solution to this is go in on the first occasion and say, pack it up, separate. I don't want no cuddling, whatever way you want to call it. And if it happens again, yellow card, yellow card, yellow card. They won't do it no more. They know second time, mate, you're off. It's got to be stopped, and it's a pathetic thing in football now. I mean, look at this.
Do you remember the World Cup, Jess, in 2018 in Russia, when England were excellent set pieces, and then when it came to the next international tournament, referees were watching England.
Yeah.
It's every corner. It's embarrassing now, because like, mate, we sit and watch all the roundup of these things. I'm watching Bologna play Pisa right now.
Yeah, I was watching the same thing.
I think mosquito, man. Every time there's a corner, they ain't doing that in Italy.
No.
They ain't doing that in Germany. Yeah, they ain't doing that in Spain or France. Like, it's only in England. Yeah, and it's getting worse. Like that one with Declan Rice and Saliba there, the first picture. That's a blatant penalty. Yeah, Declan's not even facing the ball. Yeah, he's got his back to the ball, and he's just trying to hold the geezer off.
Lee,
if you do that in the centre circle, that's a foul.
We were waiting on the VAR. Remember, he was like, "Well, okay, well, that's we know that's a penalty." And we got by. I said, "Oh, well, we got."
Hey, mate, do you remember this? Do you remember this one? Big up, Unique.
Yeah, I forgot to get the screenshot of that. Let me see if I can find that while we're doing. Let me see if I can find that screenshot.
Kenny, I swear to God, yeah, the corners, right?
I'm an advocate. I sit at the ground. And I see it for both sides, and I'm just appalled at the referees have got the audacity to actually go and have a look and then walk off when the ball is not in the D. It's not even touching the D. I don't care how round the ball is. The whole ball's got to be in the D. That's how when we play football, we were in the D. Now they just make it up as they go along. I understand that, Sky, TNT, all the, being in sports, the zone. They want goals. They don't want a 0-0. But come on, the rules are rules. Do it properly. I swear to God, I don't think it's going to hurt Declan Rice that much to actually put the ball in the D, is it?
Yeah, but the one that he did that was blatantly outside of it yesterday. Yeah, that was the worst corner he's taken all season.
Look at this. Look at that.
That was the corner yesterday. I mean, come on. And then he hits the first man.
Yeah. This right here,
Yeah, but we see this all the time because in the ground, I've stopped complaining about it. I just stopped complaining.
How is that even legal?
Yeah, but you might as well do away with the quadrant. It states, right, in the letter of the law about corners, right, that the ball has to be within or on the quadrant. So it can be within or on the quadrant, right? So you might as well get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's going to get such a point, right, where the players are going to be taking them corners on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's going to gradually encroach. So the fact is, you might just forget about the quadrant and say, "Oh, don't worry about that anymore."
What were we watching the other day? We was watching something the other night, and the player went to take a throw in. And he went all the way down the line.
Oh, yeah. What game was that? He ran about 15 foot down the pitch and then took it.
It might have been a Liga game where the referee was like, go.
Yeah.
Go
He
back.
literally just started legging it and just threw it.
Yeah.
What do you
went 15 yards up the pitch and nobody said nothing. Like, how are these refs letting them get away with this?
Yeah, I said this. I can't. It might have been your show, Lee. I can't remember now. Right. I'm convinced it won't be long. It will not be very long before linesmen don't exist no more. It will be all down to VAR checking for the balls in the quadrant. Is it a foul throw? Is the ball like the goal line technology now for corners is due to come in? Right. You might as well sack off all the bloody linesmen because they're going to be made redundant. Don't need them.
It's their fault.
Yes. Well, the thing is, Kenny, yesterday, right, when I was watching the second half, right, the Chelsea equaliser, which is chalked off quite rightly because the player was a yard off yard offside. Right. Why didn't the linesman just put his flag up straight away and say he's offside? Why did they let the game go on? Why?
That's a directive from the Premier League who get a directive from the TV. Yeah, because TV runs football. Because the Premier League, you look at the kickoff times. The referee is not allowed to start a match or start the second half until the ad breaks across the world are no longer running, and all the TV cameras and all these TV companies have got the match on. They get a directive from the stands, and from executives said, "Right, you can start." That's a fact. That is an absolute fact.
Yeah. That's why they have the aerial camera and it pans around and they're all looking at the ref and he's saying wait, and then he blows the whistle. You can start now. The whole thing's a farce. Yeah, it is a farce. Yeah, same. That's a great point as well. Yeah, that linesman didn't even see it went out for a corner after the keeper saved it. I see it, and I'm in Spain. Yeah, and I'm looking from a completely different fucking angle. Yeah, I'm looking straight at it. Yeah, straight on. So I just was like, yo, that's over the line. Yeah, he's looking side on. He can see the line.
Are you talking about the Eze lob?
Yeah. How can we all see that when we're looking at a different angle?
I disagree with you there. Because, right, the linesman can never, and the referee can never predict that ball trajectory, right? Because if you look where the lino was, he was not in line with the ball. Because if you lob a ball from like halfway line, there's no way you can.
You're not ready for it. I hear it. Yeah.
So the only way we categorically knew that was at half time when they showed the keeper doing what he did. So I would go with the lino and the referee on that one, and I think this is why next season they're going to bring in this. You know, is it a corner? Is it not a corner? Goal kick? Is it a goal kick or not? Blah blah, whatever. But on that incident, having been there myself, I would go with the officials. But the point I'm trying to make, Kenny, right, is this. Yeah, there's way too many incidents now, right? We know that linesmen have their quadrant, right? They have their quarter, yeah? And the referee will nearly always say, give me everything you see in your, or they used to, give me everything you see in your quarter, I will do my diagonal, and I will do the rest down on that where you're not in your quarter. Linesmen don't run the whole length of the pitch, right? So that's how it always used to be. And that's what I used to instruct my linos to say. Everything in your quarter, you give it. Everything in your quarter, you give it. The rest I deal with. Right? Now, the point is this. That doesn't happen anymore. I don't understand what is the point of having a lino. They don't pull up on ball in and out of play properly. They don't pull up on foul throws, which you see all the time in games now. There was probably 3 or 4 bad foul throws yesterday, right? Where players got their foot on the line. Yeah, your foot
or over the
line. There was an instance yesterday where it's a Chelsea player, can't think of his name.
He launched it like that.
You know that? That's a foul throw. You teach kids at the age of 8.
Yes, when he was a referee, the linos, like, because this is how I'd think it works. Maybe I'm wrong. That's why I'm asking. Surely the referee should be looking at the player's hands with the ball.
Yeah, of course.
And the lino should be looking at his feet. Surely you work like that, right? If you're a ref, you're going to look when he's taking the throw. You look at his arms, and the lino should look whether his feet are over the line or not.
The lino's job. They're all qualified referees, right? They're all qualified, right? They run this middle or they run the line. Yeah, you got your senior linesman on bench side, and you've got your junior on the other touch line. But the thing is, the lino's job, or well, it was in my day, right? Was if I'm running the line, I'm looking down that line and I'm thinking, feet behind the line, ball clearly behind the back of your head. Right? If it doesn't work like that, flag up to the referee, foul throw. And it's a throw the other way. Right? And it's the same at free kicks. Right? The old referee will go out, put his shaving foam down. Yeah. Right. He'll walk from the fact, he'll say, right, that's there you go, Walt. That's where you can stand. How many times do you see? I've watched this. I find it funny, really, because you see that old shaving foam, right? It'll disappear, and the wall moves about half a yard forward. It's absolutely like I'm sorry, the level of officiating nowadays is appalling, absolutely bloody appalling, and it needs to be sorted out. And all the time you've got people in the background like Wenger now bringing in the daylight. That has gone back to how it was 30 bloody years ago. I was officiating. That was the law of the game. You had to have clear, discernible fact that you could see a player was not your toenail, not your little finger, right? Not your nose, if you got a big nose, right? It had to be discernible daylight. Now, we've gone back 30 fucking years. Sorry, excuse my French. We've gone back 30 years now.
Well, they might as well just let the goalkeepers pick the ball back up from a back pass.
That's coming. It's coming.
Trust me. We'll win the league every year.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, but obviously funny. Sanchez needs that. He needs that rule back. Robert Sanchez blatantly needs that law back, mate.
How that guy's a professional goalkeeper is baffling me. Yeah,
Look,
you
he's
believe
a
in your
professional
dreams, guys.
goalkeeper
You can achieve
but
anything you want.
should be, yeah, but he should be a professional goalkeeper because let's face it, when we all started out playing, we didn't ask goalkeepers to be footballers. We asked them to. You had someone wanting to use their feet from goal kicks and from ball to ball, hand to foot. But apart from that, we need them to save, use every part of their bodies. Now we're asking them to be footballers, and pass the ball like Glenn Hoddle does. You know what I mean? So, but the situation is about the law change. The problem we've got is that everything is about more action, more attacking play, and the more we do that, the more we're going to just control. Arsene Wenger's got this new law coming out that I think they're trying in Canada, about the offside law, and everyone's happy about it. But at the end of the day, what we're going to have is that we're going to have matches. What they want is matches to be 6-5, 7-5, 7-6. Because the way they're talking about the offside law, it's like they want to just abolish it. We might as well be goal hangers the way things are going on because everything's painted phone striking. Now, some of the laws I agree with. The tackle from behind and the other top tackle, I'm all for that. Professional foul, I'm good with that. I don't like cheating and I don't like, savagery in football. But everything else, I think it should be. I think it should be difficult to score a goal. I think you have to earn the right to score a goal. I think you should earn the right to play attractive football and pass through lines. I don't understand why we're trying to help the game on in such a wrong way. Why don't we just make the goals bigger?
Just double the size of the goal. Put 2 keepers in instead. Right.
I'll tell you what you should do. I've got a solution to this, right, Kenny?
Yeah.
Right. Australian rules football, right?
Oh, I love that.
Fucking rugby posts, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got the guys come out and go. So you get a goal if it's under the bar, or a couple of points if it's above. Bring that in, right?
We'll piss the league again.
Yeah, goalkeepers will deal with that.
You were right.
They'll just be smashing them from everywhere.
You know what, Jez? I was brought up in the Finsbury Park, North London area, so all my friends who I grew up with were Irish. They're going to be fuming for me to say that I like Aussie rules football because I'd rather like something like hurling or Gaelic football. I like the Aussies one. Yeah, sorry guys.
That's true though. But you go on.
Aussie rules. Sorry, Lee. That Aussie rules, mate. You got to be super flipping fit to play that game.
And you
don't see them rolling around when they get touched.
No.
You don't see that. You don't see that in any football.
Any sport. All elbows, slaps, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't. Most physical league in the world. Yeah, and see the way they all fall over. Yesterday was a shit show. Like some of the theatrics in that game yesterday was just embarrassing.
It is.
Yeah, well, which one was it? Well, I think it was Reece James got the ball back off Gyökeres, just spun him, got the ball back. Gyökeres barely touches him with his shoulder, and he's on the floor rolling. I'm like, mate, you're about 6'3". Yeah, you've just fell over.
Yeah, but Chalobah. I thought Chalobah when Gyökeres, I hate.
Oh yeah, that's another one when Gyökeres went over as well.
I hate to do it, right? I know you guys watch it. What you guys watch it on TV. I'm watching the stadium, right? And Victor Gyökeres is basically one-on-one with Chalobah, and you just know what's going to happen. He ain't got the skill or the pace to beat Chalobah. He just hasn't, right? He just hasn't. So it's like there's times when Victor Gyökeres reminds me of Stefan Givash. Remember Stefan Givash? World Cup final '98, couldn't hit a barn door from a yard. And there's times where he looks like Gary Lineker. But yesterday he looked like Stefan Givash, and I just looked at him and I went, "No, not today, Vic. You can't play Spurs every week, man." And in the way he just took the ball off him, and then Gyökeres got up, and then Gyökeres went down, and I thought Chalobah was going to flatten him. The way he just screamed in his face, and Gyökeres was like, "Oh no, it's you!" You know what I mean?
Yeah, that one. And you had that like what was it? Lee, the Reece James one? when Reese went over to Trossard. Was it Trossard? Okay, he went over there and he said, "I'll take that ball from you, sir." And
it was Trossard. Yeah, he was just like, "Yep, see you later," in the corner flag. He done it with Jokeris in the second half, and he done it with Trossard in the. He was just like, "Yeah, move." I love that. Yeah, and it's just embarrassing at times the way these players act. And when what you were saying about big up Northside for the raid as well, by the way. Big up to everyone who's come over from Northside's channel. But what you were saying about you don't like players cheating, Kenny, they're all cheating. Yeah, they all, when the ball goes out for a corner, they know it's a blatant corner. And they go, "My ball, ref, goal kick." Yeah, they're all cheats. Every single one. The easiest way to stop cheating is send them off. Yeah, if they put their hand up and say, "That's my ball, ref." Yeah, and then they VAR it and it ain't your ball. Cool, red card, bye-bye, stop lying. Yeah, they'll never do it again, will they? Well, set the ref the game.
They'll have game abandoned. They'll be down
class, wouldn't it? Fixture pile up in May.
But they'd learn. Yeah, I mean, I think it's time that the league, the Premier League, and the FA actually put down some absolute real anchors and say, "You keep doing this, guys, and this is what the referees will do to you. You'll be gone." They'll soon learn. Teams will soon turn around and say, "Guys, you can't keep doing this."
Oh, here we go. Kieran's later. I mean, I'm not. If you want to, Kieran, you need to stop doing this, man. I mean, you don't. Last thing you want me to do is to compare him to Sheshko. I mean, Sheshko's nearly caught him up. He's played less games, but if you want to play that game, Kieran, we can.
I agree with Kieran. I think you've got an agenda, Kenny. I think it's disgusting.
If you want to play that game, we can. Sheshko's got more pace. He holds the ball up better, and like I said, he's
nice
less games. He's catching up Victor in the league. But we don't. Let's just stop the alleged Goicoris hating. Let's just talk about how good a player he is. Oh shit, he's not.
do you reckon Welbeck's better than him?
Danny Welbeck has had a fantastic career, and no one in this panel will lose any sleep if Tuchel takes from the World Cup squad. I didn't answer the question, did I?
No,
I didn't take the question, did I? I bottled your question like
I actually think Danny Welbeck's a better footballer than Jokeris by a mile. Yeah, but goal scoring, yeah, I'm taking Jokeris.
How's he doing it? He's 35. How is he still playing at that level?
Because he's got a good footballing brain and he's got good technical ability. Yeah, and the thing is, he's not clinical enough. He misses massive sitters, yeah. But the fact that he's worked with the managers he's worked with over his career and the players that he's played with, especially at Man United and at Arsenal.
He had a good England career as well. He had a very good England
player, man. He was a good player.
He was blessed to have come up in a time where you actually learn football. And so that has helped him out over his career as well. You see guys, Garnacho. You see guys like that,
I met him. I found my heart was in my mouth when he took that shot because I was cussing him. I said, "What's he going to do when he come on?"
I mean, you saw that goal from Alexis Sanchez that we were talking about.
Alexis Sanchez goal yesterday, man. Oh my days, what a goal!
Yeah, that class is still permanent, man. So a lot of these guys that's older, they just grew up in an era when the game was played a different way. The
game was played on the ball on the floor. You had to have a good touch, and you had to be sharp up here, otherwise you're getting rattled, mate.
I mean, you saw
touch them; they're on the floor.
You watching the pizza game just like I am. You saw Cuadrado is over there playing for.
And the goalkeeper's on smoke, by the way. The goalkeeper's made enough saves, isn't it? We're watching that now. What have you noticed? The ball's on the floor. 1-2 touch football. And that's the problem with the Premier League, the way it's gone. The ball's in the air most of the time. And it's all about doing cardio. Yeah, these players, some of these players in these other leagues, they're like 5'3". They're on rings around you. The Alexis Sanchez's goal yesterday, 1 touch, cross goal, diving header. When did you see a diving header in the Premier League? Diving header. What a header that was. Yeah, he's better than all of our wingers right now.
Yeah, but you're going to see less. All right, the only time you see Darwin Evers is if we cross from deep, because our wingers, they're not wingers though, Lee. They're goal scoring. They're goal scoring forwards. Martinelli's not a winger. He's a guy who's effective. Coming in from the left. Saka's not a winger. He's effective coming in from the right hand side. I mean, comparing Saka to someone like Robert Perez is just ludicrous. But there are people out there who think Saka's better than Rob Perez. I don't. There is someone out there.
Yeah, they think he's better than Lamine Yamal, mate. Yeah, bro. I ain't ever seen him score a goal like this guy scored for Juve yesterday. That's for sure. Yeah, and that guy's about 5'2".
Yeah, I saw the highlights just now. He on a volley, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. He wrapped it top bins. But even Donnell Marlin's goal in that game, all the goals yesterday that I see after I watched that Warfest with Collie, I watched the Sevilla game against Betis. Yeah, I watched Roma Juve. That game was quality, man. 3-3. Yeah, and it's like you watch Premier League football, it's just slow, man. Yeah, and that's cool. Yeah, that's how they want it. That's their league, and they can do what they want. These teams.
The thing is that the Premier League have done a fantastic job in selling its product. Yeah. And the thing about it is that our cousins from abroad, they're attracted to the passion of the game. They like seeing the full crowd. Another thing as well is that they're now being open up to social media as well. So their dream is not just now. It's not just to come watch Arsenal, Chelsea, or any of the Spurs or Man United. Their dream now is to appear on the fan platforms, because we've now given that sort of platform. Like you've seen many times when you watch AFTV, the amount of times when Lyle's got something out and the guys come from Australia. I met two guys from Australia right there, and they were sitting across me. They were the loudest guys in the stadium.
I was just going to ask you that. I bet they were. I was going to say, I bet they were loudest.
They were the loudest guys in the stadium. The guys
that we met. Who was the lad that we met at Stamford Bridge? He was Australian. That's it. Flo's in it. Bless up Flo, man. Bless up Flo. He flew all the way from Australia. He got the ticket at Stamford Bridge for him. Yeah. He was the loudest at the Emirates, and he was the loudest at fucking Stamford Bridge. Yeah, all the locals, all the ones that go every week, pretty much, not all of them. Yeah, they're looking at these foreign fans when they come down, they're singing the chants and all that, like they're weirdos. It's like, well, why don't you go theatre, mate? Yeah, it's like if you want to sit there all quiet and all that, go to the theatre or the cinema. Yeah, like that's what you're supposed to, right? Yeah, but you're also supposed to call your players out when they play shit. And you can win a game. Well, what's to save that? This goalkeeper's on smoke, mate.
These two lads, I met them in the stadium. They're from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, and I was doing my my normal scribbles, or basically filming. Well, my version of filming anyway. And then these two lads spotted me, and brothers. They just came up to me, gave me an hug, and they said, "Can we have a photo and everything?" They said they watch our show, they watch all our stuff.
Big up to them.
And that's the situation. That is the beauty of it, and that's why you'll never hear me begrudge them getting tickets or their passion, because I'm not going to take that moment away from them. Not because they met me. I'm just a normal guy from Ridley Park. I'm just talking about the moment where they're spending 10 days in England, come from Queensland, going to watch a few games. That's their dream. They're probably saved up for that. I've worked for that,
and it ain't cheap, is it?
Yeah, it's not cheap. And I've met people from India. I've met people from Nigeria. I've met people from the USA. I've met people from all corners of the world. I've met people from all parts of Australia, New South Wales, South Australia, Western Australia, and they've all told me how excited they are for the match, how much they're up for it. In the away game at Chelsea, I had two guys from Norway sitting next to me. Norway. And they were learning the songs, and they were the loudest ones near me in the away game in the league. So that's what the Premiership does. Now, I'm not saying they don't do that in Italy. Of course they do in Italy. Of course they got fans from all over Germany, everything. But the Premiership does it better.
No,
I think it is, Kenny. It's a great situation that we've got such an amazing international fan base.
Yeah,
and I love it. But I shouldn't. I'm not made. I won't say it. I won't say it. There was a situation yesterday on TV cameras after the game. No, I am going to say it actually, because I have a problem with it. I have a problem with it. That there's two women wearing pink Arsenal scarves. Pink. Right? Pink beanie hats.
Hey, Jens, what's wrong with pink, man?
Look.
It's colours, man, isn't it? It's not colours, is it?
That look pink. That looks like one of those ice biscuits we get in England.
I'm thinking, where do they sell pink beanie hats and pink scarves at the armory?
I'm going to check next time I'm there. I'm going to go to the Everton game, Jez. I'll check for you because I'm going to the Everton game, and I'll find that for you.
Because she's saying there, yeah, I saw that.
Jez. I think they do. I actually think they do because the armory is for both teams, and obviously women.
It's red. It's not fucking pink, man.
Yeah. Like, Jez, we had a pink kit a couple of years ago.
I've got a couple of Arsenal shirts that have gone a little bit pink, but they're like fucking.
Yeah, we did.
We're very old.
Jez,
you know what I mean? My Bruce Banana shirt, right? The JVC bit on it and all that, the old fluffy thing, that's gone a bit pinky, right?
No, Jez, we did wear pink. I swear to God, first game in the 22-23 season, Crystal Palace away, I think we wore pink.
Yeah, we had a pink and blue shirt a couple of seasons ago.
I swear we wore pink.
Come on,
Jez, the men's team had a pink shirt.
I swear we wore pink.
Are you sure that's not the Arsenal ladies?
No, it was us.
It was us who wore pink. It was a game where we beat them 2-0, and I was actually in the stand.
22-23 season, we had a pink shirt.
Yeah, I was actually got filmed by Sky because they're filming the away. And I got on TV.
Remember that one, Jez? 22-23.
I remember the shirt. Yeah, but come on. That is not.
I think I'm Silver Gunner as well, man. 9-month membership. You guys are more entertaining than this dead team. Thank you, bro. yeah. Big up to you, mate. Bless up, my guy. Always. Yeah, pink and bottled 8 points. You know what I'm saying? Red card in this piece. Easy sent off.
Come on, there's a difference here.
The coach, yeah.
Pink and blue shirt, right? I'm talking about a pure pink and fucking scarf. That's not right. That's not right.
Yes, I'm not too funny, right? I now know what to get you for your present.
Seriously, if that ever rocks up my house, that ever rocks, I swear down.
You're not going to buy one, Jez. You're not going to buy a pink Arsenal scarf.
I swear down, if my daughter's ever bought that shit, man, it'd be perfect.
Well, if she's watching this, that's who she's to get you.
You go get 2 of them.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Yeah, it's not pink, Jez. It's salmon.
I don't give a shit. It's pink.
I don't know, mate.
We do have a big ups to everyone locked in, man. Need 500 in it. Get these likes up. Big up Aaron as well. Stop blocking my fucking members.
Big up here.
No, I'm only joking, bro. I know you made a mistake. He's cool anyway.
Hey, you know what? Talking of tickets for the League Cup final, two things. Me and DJB, we're actually near the Royal Box.
Oh yeah. Oh right.
Yeah, 503's near the Royal Box, and we're in a sort of lower. I think DJB's in the gods, but I'm in the lower part of the 503. But one thing is that I feel bad for quite a few people because there's a lot of people who sit near me were unsuccessful in the ballot, and it's one of those things.
In the ballot. I got a ticket.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Quite a few people who were season tickets went in the ballot. Some of them were in the category 2, and I was successful. Me and DJB were successful. We were right.
How much do you have to pay, Kenny, for your ticket?
Me, DJB, I paid 50 quid.
Yeah, fair play.
But the ticket I wanted was £100 ticket. But I was, when you finally get in, I wasn't waiting around and pissing around looking for like the best seats available. I was just wanting to be in because I ain't got time. And then what has transpired, I didn't have to tell a few people I know that I found out by Wednesday they had about 1,800 tickets left. So I kind of my heart sank.
I'm near Aaron. I think Aaron's in 520.
Yeah, so Aaron was successful, but what's happened is that there were very, very few people, who actually on standby, because the ones who went in standby didn't get a ticket because they all just gobbled up. And one thing I'll say to a lot of people as well, if you're planning going to a semi-final, cup final, just get your own ticket. Don't go with a mate or block together. If your mate can't get off his fat ass and do it himself, then let him miss out, because you go in threes and fours, you'll miss out. That's too many people.
Yeah.
You go with someone who's got very sketchy attendance, he will F it up for you. Go on your own. Don't worry about where you're going to meet up. You don't have to sit next to each other. This isn't like a chemistry class at St. Aloysius, or the RE class at St. Aloysius, or like maths at Christ the King, where you've got to sit together at school. You're going to Arsenal, get there any way you can, because the way things are going now, it's every man for himself.
It's only a problem for me. I've got a new way of doing this. I'm going to drive up, not to Wembley, and then I'm going to get the tube in, because coming up by train, Victoria, going that way, it's a nightmare. Fucking nightmare.
Yeah, but you know what a lot of people do. What a lot of people do, they drive to. They always go to somewhere in northwest. They always go to somewhere like Colindale, or they'll go to Camden, parking somewhere like Camden or Swiss Cottage, and then from Swiss Cottage you just get on the Jubilee line.
Yeah,
and you're Wembley. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing, because at the end of the day, I just think it's absolutely madness to actually drive to the stadium and expect to have a parking space. Like me and my wife. See, me and my wife did that for the Tyson Fury fight, and it's the biggest mistake we ever made, because it took us 2 hours to actually get out of there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. That is the problem of it. Yeah, I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to park out about 5 miles out and get the overground in, and then go that route, because
the overground is Wembley Central. So
yeah,
if your best bet is to sort of see if you could, some of the stations from Euston, they go through like northwest London, so you have to find somewhere around like maybe northwest London.
But it's getting over. Well, that's the. Getting out don't worry me, because I'll just waste my time. You know what I mean?
But I think the thing is that you got to find somewhere to park in London, which is not too far from Wembley, for you to get to from the overground. Because you're going from the overground, you've got to go through Euston. Not saying you park your car in Euston, but
no, I'm not doing that.
It's one of those areas, isn't it?
Yeah. Trouble is, I won't be able to get boozed up, because I've got to drive home. So that ain't going to happen. But I've got an idea routing in on that one.
I think the last time I went for that 17 final, I think I parked in Neasden or Willesden or somewhere. Yeah, and it was free parking. I found free parking because near the stadium, can't remember the name of the area. Yeah, it's about 3 kilometers away. It's about 2 stops, I think, on the train. But people have their driveways open and charge fucking park on their drive, don't they?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. It's like 20 quid. Yeah, maybe do that. Just park on someone's drive. Then they'll have their drive.
You got there, Lee. You went through Wembley. You went through Wembley Central. So you didn't go through Wembley Park. You actually went for the overground, which is on the other side of the.
Yeah, I think it was Neasden.
Other side towards the Green Man. So Wembley Park is towards the Torch. The Green Man, the other side is Wembley Central.
Yeah, that maybe do that, Jez. There's enough people that have got fucking massive houses around there. And they're just parking their driveway.
Yeah, I know somebody lives in Wimbledon, and he rents his driveway out for Wimbledon.
Good move.
You can get four odd cars on his driveway during Wimbledon. Makes a nice little packet out of it. You know what I'm saying? So
I thought that said Odegaard scored, but it's Odegaard. Yeah, he's just scored an absolute banger in the last minute.
Odegaard. According to
Ljungberg,
I was talking to Freddie Ljungberg, we pronounce Odegaard's name wrong. According to Freddie Ljungberg, no, all of us.
Yeah, it's Odegaard. It's Odegaard.
Yeah, Odegaard.
Odegaard, yeah. Odegaard.
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 Yeah, and like Solskjaer, we've been pronouncing his name wrong for years. You know what I mean? The only one who actually pronounced it correctly was Barry Davies.
Wow. But yeah, this guy's just scored a banger. Bologna have been getting banged all game, and they've just scored a screamer in the last minute of the game. 1-0. But before we wrap, we have got a game Wednesday. Jezza, are you changing out the starting 11, if anyone?
Zupermendi. Starters. I'll tell you, you're not going to like me.
Excuse me, I'm going to hop off here. I got a client calling in here. This is my call. So,
No, nice one, mate. Bless
Cheers,
up, brother.
Matty.
Take care, man. See you
Hit
later.
me, Matty.
You're not going to like me with this at all, Lee. You're going to hate me for this one. I will take Zupermendi out. Right. If Gyökeres is starting, I'm putting Havertz in there because they had a little bit of a link up going on there. And we're going to need that. I will be there on Wednesday night, corporate. Can't wait. Prawn sandwiches and all that shit.
I think you'll have something much more to fill in than that in the corporates.
Sorry?
I think you'll have something much more filling than a prawn sandwich, yes?
Yeah, you get smoked salmon. You know what I mean? Shampoo if you want it. I don't like champagne. It's not my cup of tea. But yeah, again, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be a good game. Great atmosphere. I ain't got a Maserati, mate. I ain't got one of them.
That has got to be gay.
They cost too much money, mate. Them sort of things. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It's always nice because I'll be.
What's the corporate like? What's the corporate box like? Like corporate seats like at
it's
Brighton?
big. You get about 30-40 people in there. It's a big old setup, and going with Big John. John, I've talked to you about. He does. He's the man with the fishing boat and all that, and I won't mention his job, but he's quite high up at American Express in Brighton, and all that. So, yeah, I mean, you get a free program.
There you go.
Well, fucking hell, can I say? No, it's great. It's a
smoked
great
salmon free program. Get to watch Arsenal put you to sleep. What could you want?
No, it's great seats, lovely seats.
What's the wine like? They got good wine.
Actually, they do have some decent wine. They do have a local. It's a very well-known brand now in Sussex of champagne. It's all right. It's not. I'm not a lover of champagne myself. It gives me gas. To be honest, yeah, it's just not. I've never liked champagne. But yeah, no, it's good. It is really good. They have proper beer on draft, lager if on draft. If you like that, that thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be good.
You go every year to that fixture, didn't you?
I'm in the posh seats. Can't wear colours though. You're not allowed to wear colours.
Yeah, I remember you said that before. You're not allowed to wear colours in there. No,
you're not allowed to wear colours. You've got to be smart dressed. Don't have to wear a tie, but just smart casual.
My mother-in-law. She works at Leicester City, and she works in like the corporates. No colours whatsoever. Doesn't matter who you support, and they throw. And if you make it blatantly obvious, you support the opposition. They don't like that either. So my brother, he got last minute corporate for the Sunderland game, and I was telling him what to do. I said, "Get there early. You're going to love it." He went, "Surely they don't do that at Arsenal." I said, You're going to regret it. When he got there, he went, "Oh my God, they offered me a 3-course meal. They're giving me some samosas. They give me all of that." I said, "Did you eat?" He said, "No, we were meant to go out for a steak meal later." So yeah, he's so frustrated. That was me. Bloody hell.
I don't care if a field day, Kenny.
I don't care if I've got indigestion later. I'm having it.
They don't have I've been 3 times now. Twice. In the corporate thing there now, and they don't have a problem with you supporting your team. Like, I've met quite a few people there now, and they know I'm an Arsenal fan. As long as you're not being abusive,
not sitting there effing and jeffing non-stop throughout the game. What the fuck is he doing? Get him off.
Exactly. And you're giving it all the big large.
Do you get to meet a player?
I haven't. No.
I think in the corporates you do, because a player has to.
Yeah, I haven't though, Kenny.
Either a player has to come in, so
just say hello,
or he'll pass. He'll go and see his family, and they'll always pass by it, and they always.
There was a what is his fucking name? He was an ex-Brighton player from back in the 70s. He's one of the. He's a bit like sort of Charlie George. He's one of the what do they call them? You know, the ex-players. Liam Brady. Them people will do it. Whatever.
Ambassador.
Peter Ward. Peter Ward. Remember Peter Ward?
I remember him in the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
I met him. But he was Zigger Zagger. That was his nickname, wasn't it? Zigger Zagger.
There's a Chelsea song, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but what I'm talking about when he played, Peter Ward played at the old Goldstone ground.
That's right.
I went there a few times when Arsenal they got first promoted. First game they ever came up to the Division 1, Arsenal beat them 4-0.
Their fans can have it. Their fans can have it, Jess.
Yeah. I mean, I met him, but I haven't met any of the current squad. No, you don't get to meet an Arsenal player, obviously, because it's not a home thing, is it? But you know what I mean.
That's good though. Yes, enjoy it, man.
I love it. It's great. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah, their stadium's quite nice. It's small, but it's nice. It's a little bit like Swansea Stadium. Swansea Stadium's quite nice as well. Tiny little stadium. Yeah, I like them. Like the newer shaped stadiums, I don't particularly like them. I like the old school, like Newcastle Stadium.
I remember his curly hair. Do you remember his curly hair? Peter Ward, that's it. I remember him there.
Peter Ward, yeah. Great.
But obviously, he don't have curly hair now. He's probably bald now.
he was he was the player. Basically, he scored 29 goals in Div 2 to get him promoted up to Div 1 in 78. That was 78, I believe.
That's
79.
Right, yeah.
No, it's 79. It's the year we'd beaten. Yeah, I remember. I'll tell you. I remember. I beat the Wembley. We'd beaten Man United 3-2. First game of the season was away at the Goldstone. I did a show about it because it was a bit of a shit show. we got followed around by a load of Brighton because we decided to make our own journey away from the Brighton railway station. We didn't decide to join the group because they were getting escorted down the seafront by Palace Pier, walking along by the police up Dyke Road. It's a hell of a walk. So we said, no, we go our own way. So we went out the side entrance. We got followed by this load of fucking Brighton fans. And I did a whole show about it. And that's when we got rescued by Sheepskin and all that lot because they were following behind the Brighton. It was like one of them comedy films.
Carry On. Like a Carry On film.
There was us. There's 10 of us or 12 of us. And we're going that way. We didn't know where the fuck we were going. Well, somebody made out they knew where we were going, and we didn't. And we ended up in Albert Square by a big block of a big multi-story car park, and we got confronted by this lot, about 20 of them following behind us. We thought, oh shit, here we go. It's all gone tits up. And then behind them was a load of the Sheepskin and all that lot coming up behind them, and nothing happened. And anyway, it all went nowhere. But that's how I first met him, and he said, "We saw you, stupid bastards, going the wrong way. We watched them watching you, and we came back behind you." But there was no kickoff. There was nothing, no violence. It was just a bit of a joke, really. And in the end, we had to go walk down to the seafront and join up with the rest of them because the Rozzers turned up. And yeah, that was the end of that one. But yeah, it was all good fun.
The good old days. Good old times, mate. But big ups everyone locked in. Yeah, I am doing the Real Madrid game that starts in 25 minutes. Well, actually, it's starting half an hour. So kick off late. They're playing Getafe Madrid derby. So I haven't seen the starting 11. I don't know who's starting. But Kenny, would you make any changes for the? That's a fine, by the way. Would you make any changes Wednesday? Obviously, we don't know about Declan yet. We'll find out probably tomorrow. Me personally, yeah, I'll start Martinelli over Trossard. I think he's been awful the last 2 games. So I'll drop him. But if Declan's not fit, we have an issue in that midfield because we then can't drop Zubimendi.
Trouble is, you're caught within in team selection is going to be very interesting because you're caught between a rock and a hard place. You know, we now know that we've always known the Tottenham result was a false dawn in the performance, but you have to play Declan because you know that the energy, even if he's half fit, he's better than he'll probably get us through. It's bad of me to demand Declan plays, but I just
don't you think that'll cock us up further down the road though?
Yeah, it will actually. But the problem is that if Declan Rice is injured significantly for the rest of the season, and the energy and the heart of that goes out of our team, will be difficult to beat, but we won't win matches. It'll be difference between winning and drawing and losing, because he won't. The defence will be just nowhere about him because Zubimendi can't do it on his own. All the midfielders that have taken his place, probably Norgard. Who knows? Maybe we'll give Norgard a sec. But against Brighton, that's not a game that will rest Declan. He's got a bit of a selection issue with Eze. If Kai Havertz is fully fit, Kai Havertz isn't fully fit. Eze's got a bit of a reprieve. The problem with Martinelli and Trossard is that, as much as Trossard's annoying, you know that when Martinelli starts, you will immediately realise why he's on the bench. He deserves to be on the bench. He's a bench player. You don't play him from the start because you'll be playing with 10 men. So
that's the problem we've got on that left wing, though. None of our players, even Jesus on the left, ain't any good.
Well, that's why it's imperative.
Saka, maybe put Saka on the left.
Yeah, the problem is you put Saka on the left. That he's played there before, but the problem is that when a player hasn't played there for a long time, they're so in tune in what they're doing. They look like a lost soul. It's like Timber at left back looked like a lost soul when you played them at centre half against Villa away. Lost soul. You know, he's got that position locked in terms of playing on the right back. But as I said before, team selection, we're just going to have to grind this one out because Brighton will play a bit of energy. They've got Matoma back fully fit. Danny Welbeck's obviously there. You know, Hingelwood's a bit of a nuisance as well because he gives them. He's very good at pressing the ball, so he does. You know, he's a good passer of the ball, and they will have a go. Brighton, they will have a go.
And Baleba came off the bench at the weekend as well, so I'd imagine it started. Milner ain't
going to start. Baleba likes playing against us, but they're going to start with a lot of energy, and we're going to have to stand a lot of pressure and hope that when they run out of gas, we probably nick it towards the end, but. It's going to be probably one of our hardest away games. It's going to be 10 times harder than Tottenham. But I hate to say it, but I think a set piece will win it for us.
Kenny, if we win the league on set pieces, I don't give
but I hear what you're saying, Lee. But can you, if you can find, give me any hope that we're going to create something, that we've got some creativity in the side. I'll take it right now.
The only way I'll say we can create something is because Brighton are naive. A bit like Leeds. Yeah. That's why I knew Man City beat Leeds the other day. People just talking about VAR, handball. Yeah, they all forgot that Calvert-Lewin pushed Nunes in the first place. Yeah, but anyway, big up Stace as well. City are inconsistent, but always a threat. If you slip up, we pounce. Facts. And that's why, this is why I don't think we'll slip up against Brighton. Yeah, I think if we're going to slip up, it's going to be later this month. I don't think it'll be Brighton. Brighton's a tough game.
2-6.
They keep the ball on the ground.
It's the gas. It's the gas tank. Because the other day, I look at all the. You look at the kind of draw we got in the Champions League and how it's laid out, allegedly for us to win it. If we don't play well, we've struggled even against Leverkusen. All right, Leverkusen not the team they were 2 years ago. That's granted. But if they play at a high tempo, keep the ball, and they do what a lot of teams in Europe refuse to do, which is stupid, play against us, play low block, we got a problem.
But don't you think that we play completely different in each competition? Like in the Premier
do.
League, we know what we are. We know that we're not this team that can go and blow every other team away
Yeah.
because everyone plays the same pretty much in the Prem. Whereas
Yeah.
in Europe, everyone's got a different style.
Yeah, but
So that's why when we've played in the Champions League, we've blown teams away.
Yeah, but you look at all the games we've played, with the exception of probably internationality in the first half. How many teams actually played a low block against us?
None.
And they all got we got hammered.
Yeah, and we beat every one of them.
We
Comfy
hammered
as
them.
well.
Yeah, but how many times? But what if Leverkusen use their brains and resist temptation and think, right, this is an 180-minute match, and they play with a low block, which they're capable of doing, we'll struggle. It will be reliance on set pieces.
Do you know what? I don't think we scored many set pieces in Europe. I think we've only scored three corners in Europe. I think
we play good football though. Like
we played some SIG football, but this is why I get the ump, Kenny, because I know we can do it. In the Premier League, like this league is shit. I don't care what anyone says to me. This league is rubbish. Everyone's trying to do the stinky, slow tactics there, and that's cool. Whatever. Yeah, if we win. Yeah, but we can play good football, and the way to kill off a low block is 1-2 touch quick football. And we don't do it in the Prem, and it's jarring because we're doing it in Europe.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to do it.
Europe also have a go at us. Yeah, but now everyone's seen 8 wins out of 8. Maybe Leverkusen might adopt a different tactic, but then they'll be able to sustain it for 2 games.
Look what PSG did in the first leg after they scored. Low block. They did a low block and hit us on a break. And every time we came at them, they cut the ball well and got themselves out of situation because their passing was sharp and fast, but their technique was up to scratch. Second half, they thought they won it, so they came at us. We hit them on a break, got a lot of chances. Somehow it was 0-0, and then afterwards, when they reverted back to type, low block, kept the ball, they're out of sight.
This is a good comment as well, yeah, because I agree with this. When people say every team plays a low block against us, I don't think that's true. Yeah, there are teams that do that. Yeah, Everton tried doing it. Yeah, we see Forest try doing it. Yeah, Sunderland had a go at us. They didn't play a low block. Yeah, Leeds didn't play a low block. Chelsea didn't play a low block.
Yeah,
Man City.
To Leeds' detriment, that's why we could beat them 4-0.
Yeah, exactly. At the same time, that's why we've been beating teams in Europe. Yeah, because if a team does play a low block, we then are so slow on a counter-attack that we're scared to lose in case they quickly counter. Whereas if a team actually has a go at us, we rip them apart. Yeah, we've seen it all season. We beat Bayern Munich. We beat Atleti. Beat Aston Villa, albeit we lost the first game. Yeah, we've beaten Tottenham twice. Yeah, the teams that actually have a go at us, we go and wallop or beat comfy. Yeah. And the teams that don't actually get something or make it extremely difficult, and then we scam a corner.
You're
right about Leverkusen. I've watched enough Leverkusen this season to know they ain't parking the bus, Kenny. Yeah, so we're beating.
Maybe so, but Dave, when you get the smell of Budapest in your nostrils, you'd do anything. A lot of, they haven't won a Champions League. They got the final in 2002. Remember when they had a really good team?
Zidane banging on 10 wins.
And also all their players got poached. Most of their better players got poached by Munich. But you think about it, what I want to talk about is Slot. You've got to love the guy, with his silly, stupid bald head. The hypocrisy from that man is unbelievable. He spent all year moaning about low blocks, stopping his team from retaining the league. He spends all the time talking about good football and set pieces. Yet, when you look at Liverpool set pieces and you look at delivery, Van Dijk and Kanate, he keeps quiet.
Yeah,
he talks about low block. Well, what did he do at the Emirates? You know what I mean? You can't make him up. You can't make the shit.
Yeah, but all these managers are serial liars, Kenny. Yeah, and none of these journalists press them properly. Yeah, Mikel Arteta said after the game, Declan asked to be subbed off with a muscular injury. So why didn't that journalist then say, "Cool, what was the muscular? What part of the body is it?" Why weren't that the next question? He also sat in his press conference, Arteta, before the game, the day before, 2 days before on the Friday, and said no fresh injuries. Cool. Well, how comes Ben White still ain't in the squad then?
He's an abject liar, mate.
Yeah, where's Ben White then? Has Ben White just disappeared off the face of the earth? Where's he gone?
Hang on, Lee. Odegaard. You know, there's rumours.
Oh, all of a sudden he's out for the season, Kenny.
Yeah, but that needs checking because
fuck it. Now we started on that. What do you think of that? Because I think he's had a.
Yeah, but you think about it, Lee. I think I've checked my sources and it hasn't been corroborated. So it means like someone just done a hoax on the Athletic. But, and it's a massive but. He's gone from coming on as a substitute, setting up the fourth goal for Gyökeres to not being in the squad whatsoever without any explanation. So if he's out of the squad without any explanation, are we now saying that he is third choice between Havertz and Eze, even though Marino's injured? Because if he's injured or he's not, because how can we have a situation where someone's done a hoax, and it was a hoax from the Athletic, but he's not in the squad altogether?
I've said for weeks he's had a fallout with the manager. Yeah, and I also called this season. I said that guy will do everything to go to that World Cup. Every time he's played this season, pretty much every time, maybe not every time he's played, but pretty much every time, that guy has been pulling out of tackles. Yesterday, Kenny, you see Saka pull out of a tackle, right? Yeah, there was one where the ball went on the edge of the box and he could have gone for it and he fought twice. Declan was doing it yesterday. Trossard's been doing it. They've all been doing it, all going World Cup.
Yeah, but all these guys, right? See, that's the thing about it.
Especially Odegaard, because his team weren't even born when this nation last qualified.
Yeah, but you know something, right? Can you imagine if you sort of like roll back the sort of zeitgeist back to 35 years ago or even 40 years ago? Could you imagine Brian Robson doing that?
Never.
Even though it was.
But they play for the love of their team and their badge and the shirt. Yeah, these players are playing just for the Instagram posts and the hundreds of grand earn every week.
Don't get me wrong. The problem is that I can't condemn Odegaard. I can't condemn any of those players for doing that, because during the summer, whether we admit it or not, we're all going to be England fans. We're all going to be.
I'm Spanish, Kenny.
Norwegian. Right.
Lee Gonzalez.
But if you're Norwegian and you support Arsenal in the World Cup, you're going to be a Norwegian fan. You're not going to think about your club. All you're going to think about is getting the beers out, mixing up with people who hate football, 24/7, hate football for about 11 months of the year, and all of a sudden you get some girl and you say, "Oh, I hate football." So what are you doing here then? Oh, I just like the action. We'll have a lot of drink, sing the songs. Here we go. What are you doing here? Oh, I don't really like footer.
It's coming home. It's coming home. What's a shit song? It's never coming home, mate. We ain't good enough.
Or those guys who film themselves at the box park, spraying beer.
Throwing beer. What a waste of beer, by the way.
What a waste of beer.
And it's about £8 a pint. Are they all right? £8 a pint. Hey, England scored us all 4 points. Yeah, what a bunch of weirdos.
But that's the thing. When the situation, when the last ball is kicked, either it's going to be the Champions League final or the playoff, all we're going to be thinking about is the free nation World Cup, Canada, United States with Donald Trump and Mexico. That's all we're going to be thinking about. Because it's the biggest tournament in world football. And I don't care what anyone says. All you Olympic lovers, the World Cup pisses all over the Olympics.
Facts.
I don't care what anyone says. Like, a lot of people try to challenge me, but it seems they were very quiet. They were very quiet when the Olympics was held in 2016 and 2020 and 21 and 24. But they were very loud to protect the Olympics. Oh, it was held in England. Of course, the Olympics is the best thing since sliced bread because it was held in London.
Mm. Yeah, facts. I ain't watched any of the Olympics. I haven't watched any of it.
I haven't watched it.
The only time I ever watched any of the Olympics not the Winter Olympics, obviously. I ain't watching any of that. Only time I ever watch the Olympics is if it's the 100-meter sprint. I watch the final. Yeah, or the 200 final or the relay.
I
That's
watched the
literally.
football. I watched
The
football.
football as well. Yeah, I watched the football.
There's
last
only
time.
3 sports I'm going to watch at the Olympics. It's the boxing, the football, and the
sprints.
athletics and the
Velodrome.
100 meters.
Nah, come on, the velodrome. Like when it was.
Oh, you mean like the cycling?
It's massive. That is. When the Olympics was over here, right?
You actually went.
Yeah, we went to the velodrome. Not
Did you?
every day. We couldn't go every day, but we went, and it was. I mean, a lot of it is a bit confusing. But I just love it. I just love watching it. Especially, it's so tactical, and I'm like, wow, this is brilliant.
Social might be onto something. Beach volleyball, wake up, lads.
Well, I don't mind that, but
especially if Brazil are playing, or Colombia.
it's a little bit different in London. Let's be honest.
I haven't watched the Olympics since. Yeah, like somebody said in the chat. Yeah, since Bolt retired. Usain Bolt. I ain't watched it. I've not watched it at all.
Well, you'll struggle to name who's the Olympic champion.
I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea who the Olympic champion is.
I haven't a clue.
Yeah, but that's
the Winter Olympics.
The Winter Olympics, I haven't watched any of it. And I get every single thing on there on the zone as part of the package. I ain't watched any of it.
Well, thing is, they've got a sport called curling. What's that? What's curling?
That's Declan on corners.
Have you seen this new one they introduced this year? I didn't watch it. I only see something come up on YouTube about it. It's a walking ski thing, right? Right.
What's that sport?
Well, that's my point, Kenny.
See, it's on skis.
It's on skis. That's
a fucking waste of time. Jesus Christ.
They have a special type of ski.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they have to walk. I don't know. I mean, I am talking out my arse. I don't know nothing about it. But I thought, is that a sport then?
Yeah, but then people say that about darts as well, though, don't they? Like, darts is a sport. People say, but I think that's a mad skill. That's a mad skill. You've got to hit that double 20, triple 20.
I mean, if you've seen the bodies on those darts players, they look like Mr. Atlas, these darts players, isn't it?
Well, they're not used to be, mate, in my day, right? Fucking hell, when you had Jockey Wilson.
I stopped watching darts when Phil the Power Taylor retired. I ain't watched it really since.
Well, he's only retired recently.
Yeah, what, 6 years, 5 years ago?
When I was 16, I went to the
Eric Bristow from Stoke Newton.
Yeah, I watched. I actually watched live at the Lakeside, Frimley, right? I was big into darts back then. I wasn't very good, but I used to love playing darts. And the 4 of us went to the Lakeside at Frimley to watch it was the Embassy. Remember them days? It was called the Embassy. And we were there the day that John Lowe scored the first ever 9-darter televised.
Wow.
Right. And now this is in the day of proper sport, right? Eric Bristow went on to win it, beat beat John Lowe in the final. And when you're in that auditorium, right? Fucking, it was jokes, right? Everybody's buying their lagers, and you had Eric Bristow, John Lowe, Jockey Wilson, all them lot with their pints of lager, smoking. I used to call Jockey Wilson Yellow Fingers because he was like,
guess what? Yeah.
And we were stood there, right, quite near. There's 4 bars, right. And you could hardly see the dartboard because of the smoke. It was like, fuck it. If you didn't smoke yourself, you were smoking 40 a day.
Second hand.
Yeah, second hand. It was like that. And it was like madness. But it was amazing. We were there for 4 days. I mean, the Embassy went on for 7 days, I think it was. But we were there the day that John Lowe scored the first ever televised 9-darter.
That's class. So it's a mad skill, darts. And they have to be really good at maths as well.
That was
Yeah,
nice.
that's it,
to remember like how to do a checkout on this number.
Mm.
They know exactly which way. It's fucking intelligent. Yeah, it's like that Luke Littler. Yeah, like how old is he? Like 19, 20? He's fucking quality.
He's not. No, he's not. I think he's just about. I think he's 18 now. Was he?
Yeah, he looks about 40. Yeah, but fucking.
Come on,
But
he
he's
lives
good at
in
what he
Fabs.
does, man. He's
He lives in
insane.
Fabs, doesn't he?
The thing is,
He
though,
loves a dollar.
right? Back then, when you had the embassy, right? Nowadays, the players, it comes up there on a, the LED display.
Yeah, it tells him.
What they got to get. Back then, you didn't have that. The players had to
No,
work.
that's to calculate it themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's calculated.
it's right. You come up 180, right? That they've scored, or the commentator would say 180. And
It's so pronounced when they do it as well, isn't it?
But then they had to work it out themselves whether they're going to go.
It's changed now.
It's
Yes,
great.
Sport in general is shit, though, isn't it? Sport in general is crap compared to 20
Yeah, but you
years
know what
later,
it is, right,
right?
guys? It's not 180. It's 180 because he's changed now, isn't it? The guy that does it on.
Is it still the bald-headed white guy that does it? Is it still him?
Yeah, it's Danny Penny, but
He looks like Judges. He looks like Judges, bro.
I swear he's done a boxing as well, the guy.
Yeah, he does do boxing every now and again. He does every now and again, yeah.
He was what's his name? He's dead now. He was always the top darts commentator.
180. He must have smoked about. I smoke cigarettes, mate. He must have smoked about 20 packs a day.
Do you used to like watch Bullseye with Jim Bowen?
Oh, Jim Bowen. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck off.
yeah.
Come on, man. That was so
Look at what you could have won.
Yeah, Blackburn accent.
And I'll count out your money whilst it's.
Yeah, that's right. Bullseye.
What was he doing? Counting out in one piece.
Yeah,
He won like 50 quid. He's going like, I'll count it out during break.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking hell, you have no laugh. Hey, and they could have won this.
You could have won a speedboat.
And they like me 200 miles from the sea.
Sid Waddell.
Now, the other one.
Oh, Sid Waddell's quality, isn't he? He was quality, man. He's dead as well. Was he dead?
I think we lost him.
Yeah, his commentary, is fucking class. Yeah, that guy's commentary, man. He was 100 mile an hour, man.
How about old Jim Bowen's thingy bob, right? Yeah, and he'd go, "Oh, you won a kitchen," and they're like, "Well, there's two fucking people. What are they going to do? Cut it in half?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Yeah, and you've won this kitchen, and I'm like, what the fucking hell's going on here?
I think they try to revive it. They tried to revive it. They wanted to get Andrew Flintoff to be the presenter because obviously he's from the same part of Lancashire. Well, he's from Lancashire anyway. Not obviously one's from Preston and then Jim's from Blackburn. But yeah,
I just love it.
It ain't like it used to be, man. It's totally different.
Just get them on there, didn't they? They're fucking shell shoots, right?
Yeah.
The 80s hair, yeah, the booth on hair, yeah. And what do you want? And she'd go, I want spelling. Oh, well, you've got geography or what it is.
You know, Jess, there's another one before we go. Lee's too young for that. But you remember when David Vine used to present Superstars?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, superstars.
Superstars. And you had sports stars basically did assault courses.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin Keegan, Daley Thompson, Brian Jacks, the judo man. Bit before, yeah.
That comment's killing me. Nobody in the Midlands needs a fucking speedboat.
Exactly. 200 miles to the bastard sea.
Yeah,
Hey, we are going to wrap this up. This show's been lit. I'm about to go live for Real Madrid Getafe, Madrid derby.
That's right. Totside Highbury, remember Stan Bowles on there? Yeah, back in the day. Kevin Keegan actually grazed his leg when he fell off the bike. Remember?
Before Lee wraps it up, heads up, right? ITV2, right, 6:30 in the morning. They're doing all of the old big match.
Yes,
Wow.
I'm up for that. I'm up for that.
Been
6:30
going on
in
for
the
about a
morning.
month now. It's been going on for about a month, and it's fucking
Yeah.
legend.
Lee, there's classics. Lee, if you ever want to be go on Jez's quizzes, just watch those games. You win the you win a
That's
quiz.
Big up to Alan as well. Yeah, Murray Walker's voice role. I swear that guy's a legend of F1, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Murray Walker.
Yeah, proper legend. But listen, we are going to wrap. The players are coming out onto the pitch. Obviously, the game's supposed to start in about 30 seconds, but this is Spain, so we always kick off late. So welcome to
you actually
Spain.
eat out late as well with Spain. I heard about you eat out about 10 o'clock at night.
10, 11 o'clock at night, standard, yeah.
Yeah.
They have siestas, Kenny. Yeah, we have siestas in the daytime.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love a little afternoon nap, mate. Little hour and a half, happy days.
Yeah.
You got a Hetafe fan. He's got a pink scarf. Jez will be fuming. That Hetafe fan. No, he has. He's got a pink scarf. I'm not even taking this. He's in with all the Madrid fans. He's one Hetafe fan with a pink scarf. They're just doing the handshakes. The game's supposed to kick off now. But this is how we roll out here.
Get on with it then.
No, I've got about another 3 minutes yet, Kenny. They ain't kicking off for another 2-3 minutes. They always kick off
yeah,
later.
the adverts are still going.
Kenny, you were at White Hart Lane, right? The other week. Yes, you're down there.
No, actually, Jez, I wasn't.
Oh.
I had all the money that I paid for White Hart Lane is now going to West Ham Way, because what's happened is that when they did the sort of ticket count for the first time in 11 years, I missed out. But I was actually in the area. I'll tell you a story, right? And decide whether you want to say, went to the game. I went to Finsbury Park, see if there's any action, no action. So I watched it. And because I'm based between Finsbury Park and I'm based in Crouch End, when you come from Spurs' ground, when I was coming out of the gaff, I come past, and guess what came past me? 2 coaches, the Arsenal team, coming back from White Hart Lane, and me not being able to be there, wishing I was, because I thought I was going until I was let down. But I found out there was not enough tickets in the last minute. Can you imagine how I felt when the bus went past? Of course I gave it a fist pump, and of course they fist pumped me back. But I remember telling Lee about that, because Lee, I was doing my thing with Lee, and outside, and yeah, the Arsenal coaches came past. So Jesus Christ! But the good thing about that, right, is 2 things happened that softened the blow. One, got the hot water fix in one of the houses, one of the flats, and I got a cup final ticket. I knew I was going to cup final ticket, so I got 2 out of 3. Obviously, the 3 out of 3 would have been going to the game, but I'll make sure I'm there next year.
Okay. I mean, I'm sorry you didn't get there. But one thing I was going to say to you, you obviously saw it. What the fuck are Arsenal fans doing at White Hart Lane with half and half scarves?
Tourists.
Jez ain't having anything to do with scarves today, are you, Jez?
You think about it, right? Is that
you can't be an Arsenal fan with a half and half scarf for fucking.
You know what's happened. I've got a story about half and half scarf. You know, my wife's a Leicester City fan. Well, we went to the Arsenal game, and she sat next to me, and you know what, we had a battle, because she passed the half and half scarf, didn't she? I said, "You're not doing that in my presence." She said, "No, I've got to do that. We've got to get seminars." I said, "Well, not for bloody me. I don't want that rubbish near me." She went, No.
We cannot be season ticket holders, Kenny.
Yeah, you know,
your fucking face punched in back at high.
No. She bought the half and half scarves. It's about 11 years, about 12 years ago, because she wanted to give them to the kids. And I couldn't. I said it's on my mental, because they wanted something from the grand, because mum and dad don't normally go to football together, so that was a mental. I said, "Well, I'll tell you one thing. You see that bag of yours? I want it in the bag. I don't want it out until we get home."
Yeah, man. Listen, the game's just kicked off. Nearly 4 minutes late. They did have a moment's silence for a former board member of Real Madrid, so maybe that's a little bit why. But yeah, he died. He died on February 27th. But bless up to him. But yeah, Real Madrid versus Getafe. I'm about to go over onto the. I was going to say
that's a derby, isn't it? That's actually a derby because Getafe is in a municipal part of Madrid, isn't it?
Yeah, a province above Madrid. Yeah, it's a province of Madrid, but it's not in Madrid. It's above it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go and watch that. So it's gonna raid that channel. Always lit. Big up Matty. I know he had to shoot. He had some work to do. Big up to Matty. All the links are pinned for Matty's channel, Southern Guna. Jez, what you got coming up this week, mate? And bless up always.
Well, it's always great to be here with you, absolute real legends. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, is the weekly old school show. Talking about a lot of crap, really, and the game against Brighton, which I will be there. Looking forward to it. Lee, I will probably have to do, if I do a fan cam on my iPad, because I will be staying down in Brighton that night. So
I don't even worry about fan cam, Jez. Just enjoy it, man.
No, I can do it.
Right, cool.
If the Wi-Fi is good. If the Wi-Fi is shit, I won't. But
Wi-Fi in the hotels are brilliant.
No, I'm not staying in a hotel. I'm staying at my opposing granddad, Brighton fan, staying at his gaff. So
he'll have Wi-Fi. He's got Sky. He's got Wi-Fi.
We're going to go and have a few beers after the game when we get back. And he's a right fucking pisshead, actually. But there we go. Never mind. And not that I don't like a drink, but hey, whatever. Yeah. So there we go, boys. Come on, the Gunners against the Brighton.
Give us a score prediction, quick, Jez.
I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
Yes. Kenny, always a pleasure, mate. Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. Make sure you're following. What you got coming up?
I'm with Jez tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I've got Dan, Guna Saguna. I think we do a regular show at 11 o'clock. I think I'm part of the stable now. I think, because and it's going to be a show with Hoggy and Chris Hudson. And then that's what I'm definitely going to be doing. Obviously, we've got a game on Wednesday. And then I'm just going to be like watching game on Saturday, Managerial, 12:15 kickoff, TNT Sports, and then that's it. Put my feet up, catch up and work. But as I said before, my prediction is we will concede because Brighton just got a funny way of creating chances. But I'm going to go for somehow I just think this game's going to be 3-2. I know we can't. 3-2. I don't know. Just something about it. 3-2 Arsenal.
Ooh. Oh, sweet. Listen, we're going to raid the other channel. Make sure you smash the likes up. Big ups to everyone watching on playback. Sub to Jez's Arsenal, Southern Guna Matty, and obviously Kenny Ken 1972. DJ B couldn't make it. He's under the weather. So he's tucked up in bed, probably listening somewhere. And hopefully he gets well soon. But yeah, tomorrow, after I do this Madrid Getafe game, I'm done. And then tomorrow, I'm on with Rants. Need to confirm the time on that, maybe evening time. And then there's football tomorrow, of course. So I'll be doing something. I don't know what games I'll do yet. But and then obviously Wednesday, full match day program. So plenty of content, man. And I didn't know Arsenal kicked off 12:15 on Saturday. That's a piss take. That's the worst kickoff time for me.
Well, next Wednesday, they're kicking off at 5:45.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. I get a lay-in as well. And I can have my siesta still.
Talking about your show with ranks, I'll tell you one thing. And it just shows you one thing, that had they got a proper manager in, they actually might be winning some trophies instead of that little rat boy Amarin. He wants flogging. He actually experimented with the biggest club in the country, with the biggest club in the world football, and basically effed their season up.
Facts. I'll give you my score prediction when I see the starting 11. However, I do think we'll win. But obviously Odegaard's apparently he's out for the season. So we'll see. If I see him start another game this season, we're cooked. So here's what it is. But listen, rate the other channel. I'll be there in 90 seconds, people. Bless up. We're 5 minutes in 0-0.
Hey, one question if we go, and this is going to bore a certain part of your anatomy. It really will bore you. How would you feel if he's starting the League Cup final? Exactly. We better finish the show. Right, folks, that's it. That's all, folks.
This is payback for that Jokeris talk earlier, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I love to everyone locked in, man. Love to Kelly, love to Jez. Big up Matty, big up DJ. And yeah, man, Madrid versus Getafe. Free kick to Madrid, 30 yards out, 0-0. I'm out. Rate the other channel. I'll be there in 90 seconds. Love. Appreciate everyone who's locked in, man.
See you later.
See ya.